T-Funk TV and subscribe.
That rebirth starting to take off. Y'all better catch it.
If it's too big, you gonna let it get by you. Now catch it while it's on the way up.
Subscribe, like, and share to the rebirth for T-Funk TV. Come on in my lives, man. Watch my videos. Dang.
This charge when the right start right here.
Hold on, man. Y'all gotta turn this down. Turn this down. Hey, yo. Mother. Yes. Back to the rebirth for T-Funk Television, y'all. Come on in here. And drink something. Smoke something with your boy. And let me take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave you. Yeah, y'all, come on, get on in the car. There's enough room for everybody. Get on in here. Let me get my keys, y'all. Let me get the keys. Boom. Come on, y'all, let's go. Let me take y'all on this journey. I ain't gonna leave you neither. I'm gonna make sure you get back in here with me. All right. Before we leave, y'all, make sure everybody that comes in here hit that like button, that subscribe, double tap the screen, share my shit, share it on everything. If you still got MySpace, share it. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everything, share it. The rebirth for T-Funk Television. But let's go. Hey, y'all, this happened my first bid in the mountains at Marion. This is where I met dude at. White dude named Crowder, y'all. Funny built rascal, boy. That mother probably about 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". He might have been 130 pounds. Maybe 140. He what you call a skinny fat person. Had a little stomach but was skinny everywhere else, straight up. Kept his head bald. And y'all, what really intrigued me to him when I met him is he loved to tell stories but can't talk. He stutter. That's how he used to do. So, y'all, let me tell y'all about Crowder. Tall, Caucasian white dude that when he made it to me, he wasn't number like 21, 22. He was young in prison because he had caught a string of burglaries. So I think his first bid was like 5, 6, 7 years. And where he started out with is, now let me tell y'all something about North Carolina. They done shut this place down. Y'all can go look at it. It was called the Morganton High Rise. If you young in North Carolina, you got sent to prison back in the day, you was going to the Morganton High Rise. That mug go straight way up in the air. And it was the shape of like of an I or an L. Sideways, it's going to look flat, but the building go way up in the air. And it's a youth spread, youth detention center, prison. North Carolina prison, they wore the same thing we did. Like, they had the same guards, but it was notorious. It went down. Like, that's where it's famous in North Carolina where the choker fella, because they had elevators on there, and they had to go up and down elevators to go to the store, and the guard might be with you, but one of the tallest dudes on the elevator might take something and cover up the camera on there, and then, hey, have your way with it. Shoot, they used to make sure them boys leave the store at the Morganton High Rise, get on that dadgum elevator and get choked out and get their whole bag took from them. Whole bag. So if you go to the Morganton High Rise, you're going to fight. But the Morganton High Rise was getting you ready for Morrison. Anybody in North Carolina that ever been to prison, they going to tell you, and they had to shut this youth spread down. Morrison prison camp, bro. I think after you turn like 18, it hold like 18 to 24. Straight gladiator school. Straight gladiator school. So, Crowder telling me about a time where he at Morrison And I ain't gonna tell you the gangs that the war jumped off on, but he say, like Morrison was so bad, y'all, guards used to get beat down, fights every day, somebody getting pulled out every day or hit with that lock. Morrison was so bad they had their own checkoff dorm, y'all. Yeah, they had their own checkoff dorm. So instead of you going into the hole, they had a whole dorm for dudes that's checking off and got put in protective custody waiting to get shipped out. Because stuff happened at the drop of a dime at Morrison. Morrison was a youth felony prison camp with crimes of this nature. Offing somebody. Armed robbery. Just all the biggest crimes you can catch at a young age. And bruh, it was people at Morrison with life sentences, y'all. Natural life sentences with no release date. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine. And then when you young, you know them boys go even harder. So you got all these gangs there. Crips, Bloods, GDs, folks. Yeah. So, Crowder say, one day after he went to his little job site, because they had him working on the road squad, he was out there picking up paper. Said they came in for child, and they ain't even know it. But it was up in his dorm, and he ain't even know it. So he said he came in there. He said after he went and took a shower and got out and put his clothes on, it just went up. He started seeing locks, fan motors, blades, everything. They going at it. So, when his stuttering ass, man, shoot, man, I got up out of there. So what he did was, he caught an escape charge, y'all. Because he got up out the dorm and climbed the side of the fence over into another area. Because these dorms be fenced off. So he climbed where it wasn't no barbed wire fence or nothing over to another part of the prison. And then when they called him, after they got everything calmed down with the ride or whatever, they jailed him too. But he was under investigation, and after they rolled the cameras back, they see that he wasn't involved in the violence, that he was trying to get away. So then they shipped him, y'all. They shipped him. But before they shipped him, man, Crowder told me he had done been beat up a lot of times, bro. Said he had done been beat up a lot of times. Said them boys used to just take his shit. And he said he tried to fight back a few times, bro. Ended up getting stomped out. But he was a funny guy, yo. He was a funny guy. He was cool, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though he had his head bald, he wasn't up on no Aryan brother shit, nothing like that. He was just a young dude that's done caught a bunch of time that really wasn't built for prison, that's trying to survive in there, bro. And people was taking advantage of. So that let you know it don't matter how tall you are, how big you are, bro. It don't matter. That somebody will come and get at you. So yeah, y'all. I started to make this a part 2, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna go on and go on through with it. I'm in my mode. So yeah, after Crowder set up in the whole, instead of his point custody going up because he beat the escape charges and would have got more time, they lowered his custody level. And this when I met him at Marion. They shipped him. And this when he came in to Marion. So when he came to Marion, y'all, he got a job at the nearby jail being a trustee. They used to come and pick him up and several other dudes and take them over to the jail, and they worked in the jail as a trustee. Because this jail didn't let their inmates be no trustee. They used the prison people. So when he got over there to the jail, him and a couple of dudes kept doing little slick shit, and little shit kept happening. Because at the time, y'all, we were still buying cigarettes in prison. So they sneak them cigarettes over there to the jailers and all of that. So a couple of them lost their job. So this is when me and Crowder started talking a lot more, you know, and getting to know each other. He telling me stories about his youth spread time and him just going on drug vengeance and breaking in houses left and right. And he supposed to got way more time because he had broke into like 15 different houses. He could have got 25, 30 years. They came at him with a life sentence at first, and he kept denying the pleas and ended up getting it down to like 7 years, I think. 7 to 9 years, 70 to 90 something months, y'all, if I ain't mistaken. Or 50 to 70, 60 to 90, somewhere around up in there, y'all. So, you know, by the time I met him, he was down to like 4 years left, 5 years left. Yeah, like a little less than 5 years. So you can tell he done got scuffed up over there at the gym because he come back with a black eye, but they swear they was playing or whatever. But a bunch of them boys got kicked off of that job over there, and they gave it to some new people. Well, Crowder came out to the road squad with us, the community work program where you walk around and pick up trash. And that ain't all we did. We used to do shit in the community like bush axe, weed eat, and where we was at now, we was way out in the country. And this dude had a fence, a wooden fence, y'all. And I don't know how the road squad leader, he must have knew him or something like that or what, but we had to repair this man's fence. Like all the, the wood and rotted, termites and stuff, we was having to replace it. So, y'all, we was in Marion. If y'all know about Marion, North Carolina, that's the mountains. That's country. That's the straight up country. So before we get there, the road squad leader I had was certified with teaching you how to use a chainsaw. So before we fixed it, the fence, he was certifying people. So it'd be different people, different days where you have to put on the little leg braces and all that shit, and cut down a piece of a tree for them or whatever. You get certified. So one day, it was my turn to do it. When I got certified, I chopped down this tree, and this nest of baby squirrels fell. And here go Big Goofy running over there. What's that though, T? What's that? And ran over there and grabbed them, started trying to nurture them, and find somewhere to put them and all that. So, it's a rule in prison. And you get read all these rules before you come out there. So he know this. Do not, when you out in the wild, mess with nothing in the wild, man. Do not mess with nothing wild. The dude knew this. And we telling the crowd to leave that shit alone, bruh. So after we leave that day, I chop down the tree, cut down the tree. We go right back to the spot. But it's up the road. We start working on that fence. We doing different parts, replacing the bad parts. And y'all, about 2 days go by, it's a long fence. We have a long fence, y'all. We on about the third or fourth day, and we almost just past the middle part of it. And y'all, I ain't scared of snakes, y'all. If I see them first, people will tell you, when I was younger, they used to call me to their house to get rid of their snakes, run their snakes off around here. I done touched the copperhead on the top of his head. Me and my homeboys together one night, I pull up on him in the blue, Carolina blue Gallant, blind him, and get out and show them I touch the copperhead on the top of his head, bro. Because you can control the snake as long as you get behind him, bro. He can't do shit. He can't move fast, y'all. He got one quick strike, bro. So I'm not scared of a snake. So I see the black snake. Big old black snake. He come out. When we were working on that fence, he come out from one of them holes on that fence. From the bottom. So when he come out, here go lumberjack. You see the snake? Like, bro, leave that snake alone. You hear what that man told you about them squirrels? No, here go his stupid ass. Love fucking with something in the wild. So he done ran up behind the snake, grabbed him by the bottom of his tail, and had him up in the air like that. It's like I told you, you got to have real close to the back of his neck to control that snake. You got to have that snake like this. This the head. You got to have that snake like this. He done grabbed it back here. So I was standing right beside him. And y'all, this is my right hand. No cap. That snake had about this much of his head loose. He had about this much of his head loose now. And he had the back of it. Man, that snake head went up like this, looked at me. I swear, y'all, this is no cap. That snake looked at me and said, bit the shit out of him. Bit him dead on his arm. So, in prison, if something happened to you, and you out somewhere like that, he got a walkie-talkie that's going to call back to the yard in a phone. He going to call back to the yard, they're going to send a ride. So, they sent them people in that white car to come and get him. Sent him straight to the dadgum hospital. Now, like I said, it was a black snake, so it wasn't poisonous. All praises to the Most High, because his dumb ass would have been out there off, laying out there, yeah. So, when the snake bit him, it just startled him, y'all. And you can see two big red puncture marks in him. We pried his mouth loose, got the snake, got rid of it, and that man called him a ride, and they came and got him, sent him to the hospital. So we done went back to the yard, y'all. We at the yard. Everybody taking turns, jumping in the shower, get right. The 8th child, you know, get ready really for lights out that night. So probably about 7 o'clock, here he come through, y'all. Pale as Casper the Ghost. He was red at first, pink. You know how Caucasian people look. This man was white when we saw him, but he was walking through with his bags. After they took him to the hospital and made sure he was good, but they put him straight in jail, bro. He went straight to the hole. A write-up for touching wild stuff while you out there working. The man that already told him, and then you done got bit. Oh, yeah, they could have got a lawsuit, all kind of stuff, North Carolina Department of Corrections. They put that boy in the hole. They jailed that boy. That boy got about 30 days or more in the hole. Because it had to be a month or two before I seen him again. Big goof ass, boy, I think I'm, but he couldn't get no words out. But love want to talk and tell a story. So when he got out in them 2 months, he started telling the story about how he was over there vomiting a lot. It just really made him sick. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really eat for a long time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was telling the story. We laughing about it. We started calling him Snake Man. Snake bite, all kind of stuff. We saying all kind of, you know, just making up all kind of stuff. But they didn't send him back out there to do no jobs no more. He got a dorm job where he got to go around and keep the dorm clean. Yep, he couldn't go out no more. He couldn't go out no more. But that man went from escaping a youth spread riot to coming to the adult spread to going to hole, going to jail for picking up a dadgum snake while we out there working, y'all. And it's just an interesting story, and I never forget Big Tall Goofy Crowder. This ain't nothing about no blood, no nobody getting pulled out. This ain't nothing about none of that, you know. It's just a guy that I was cool with. There was a big goof troop. There was a big goofball. Should have never been in prison, but drugs will cause you to do stuff. And he came up in a good household. Drugs will cause you to do and not be yourself at time when you get on them hard drugs. All praise to the Most High. I've never did no hard drugs but marijuana and drink. And you know, like I said, but yeah, he got on a long robbery and could have been in there for longer than what he was. And I just hope that was his last time going, because he wasn't built for that prison shit, bro. He wasn't built for it, bro. He was getting beat up and all kind of stuff in the youth spread. So when the riot came, fear just overwhelmed him. He shot up out the dorm and tried to escape, bro. And I don't know if his intention was to escape the prison or what, but they went back and seen it on camera that he wasn't involved in nothing. And he was just trying to get away, so they didn't hit him with that big write-up. And that's when he came to us and got bit by a snake, bro. And it was just so funny, bro. We used to just laugh about this junk, bro. For like my rest of my prison sentence when he was here, every other day, somebody gonna say something about this dumbass picking up that stupid snake and playing with it and didn't even grab him right. He didn't even grab the snake right. You could just tell he just liked to do stupid stuff. He has always stayed into something stupid, y'all. He was one of them type of guys that couldn't stay straight, bro. And I used to try to talk to him about it, bro. And he'll sit there and listen to you and be good for a while, but it's gonna be something. He stay in and out of the hole, y'all, for stupid stuff, bro. He just was that type of person, but he wasn't no bad person, bro. And you will meet them type of people in the world, bro. You know, they just need guidance, bro. They need to pray more, bruh. That's what they need to do more because they're easy to be persuaded, bruh. But this is another rebirth of T-Funk Television. I told y'all, y'all gonna love every hit, every story that I bring out. So hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Boy, Crowder was the crazy with the stutter, T. That boy was crazy, y'all. It take him an hour to get a sentence out. Another rebirth for T-Funk Television. Got it. Subscribe.